Hello, it's POGMarineFPS, and today we're doing a Tapco G2 trigger job. We're making it a little bit more smoother, making the action more like butter. And with this Tapco G2 trigger, it's known to hang up a little bit. So I'll show you some tips and what I do to polish this thing up. And this is very quick polishing that is very, very effective. So check this out. Mother's Mag aluminum polish, and it works very good, and I'll show you how. Now, for instructional purposes only, I don't have this in a vise, but I would clamp this in a vise with soft jaws or a piece of wood in between them, and then sandwich them, so that way you get a nice stable platform. I've already kind of rounded off these edges, but I'm going to show you exactly where to round off these edges on this. Now, you're going to need a file for this. The edges that we need to do are here. These edges here, you can see that are already filed off, so this right here and this right here. Now this area that's flat, you want to leave flat right here. So just the main major edges. We'll take a file them down, round them off. Now I'm going to take a nasty old rag, take a dab of Mother's Mag polish, a little bit of that on there, and we'll start rubbing. See, contrasting it with the paste. It's nice, smooth, shiny surface. So that way the bolt will glide right over this. It'll be a lot better. Now the area we need to polish up is right here. I'm going to take the file, get some of this off it, so that way we can polish it up and get more contact with the metal. All I'm doing is pretty much removing the finish from it so I can polish her up. You can actually take a little bit of light grit. You can actually take a little bit of light grit sandpaper and get it as well, just to get all the finish off. You don't want to use a file. And now that we remove the finish, we'll do the same thing with the mag polish. Get a little on there, put it on there, and start rubbing. Now another area you can get where the metal, the rear hook, also contacts is right in the middle here. I like to just do this lip. And I'm kind of sanding where the forge marks are, or where the cast marks are right here. I'm kind of getting some of those off with the file. Polish up any little area where there's metal contact. Make it a hell lot smoother. Now you can polish under this hook as well, where it catches the back of this. Here's the trigger. So when this goes into here, it catches it, and then that catches it there. So there's metal contact there too. So underneath these hooks as well, this hook and the rear hook, we can do a little bit of sanding to get the finish off, or use a file, but I'm going to use some sandpaper to get the finish off, polish these areas up. Now, alright, so with all these polished surfaces, we hit up, get a finer one. So on the trigger itself, we hit up this top area here. We hit up underneath the hook here. hit up underneath this hook here. And you can oil this. You could polish this, I guess, where the trigger rotates on, but that's getting really, really anal. I just used a little bit of lubrication in between there, and the trigger, you can hear that friction, but it's not that big of a deal. The main areas are just where the major metal contact is, and this makes a big difference for the bolt to ride over. That's pretty much all we did, and it's a very awesome fix. Now you can polish the whole thing if you want to, just for looks wise, but I just recommend doing that. I like to expose less. I like to keep the coatings on there. Only time I polish is to help with performance, not for looks. That concludes my video on the Tapco G2 trigger mod. Thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.